YouTube. So the Asterisk War Season 2 is back on, and I'm not gonna lie, like I've seen all the anime for the spring season, and this is probably the number one thing I was excited about, just because the first, season was so fucking good. And if you guys have not seen, if you guys haven't seen the first season or any of my reviews, I'll probably leave it somewhere up in the video or in the the information down there. But let's see the episode. Should I just start off with 13 or 1? I'm just gonna go with 1. Episode 1 of season 2. So we find out, basically our main character Ayato, he's drank up from beating the vampire girl with the scythe, and I won't lie, that was no easy feat. So with that said, he should be tired, and I like that he's not just a OP character. Like the only OP character I give passes to is two, basically Goku and Saitama. Yeah, One Punch Hero. What's his name? Saitama, something like that. But Ayato is not an OP character, and he needed rest. And with that said, Julius was like, we got to think of something. We got to have some strategy. Our next fight is coming, and they're basically, they're close combat fighters. So off the bat, you know that Asterisk War gives you action, and that's what I like about this anime so much. The graphics is great, the animation, the colors, all of that is on point. The fights, I love the fights. It's not as it's not the best fights, but it's pretty good fights. But so they end up fighting these like Shaolin monks looking guys, and it was no joke. Like 2 against 1, like if there was 2 against 2, basically they would have whooped them. So basically the monks basically was whooping ass in the beginning, and Julius had a plan. She marked the area where he should be standing by for the signal. I'm thinking the signal for what's going on. So while they was fighting, Julius was fighting the guy with like a staff. Got past her. She's like, Ayato, he got past me, sorry. Them two dudes were so good at fighting. They roughed up Ayato really good. I was like, damn. They was whooping his ass. And then Julius basically created a wall of fire to split them. Like, so now it's like a one-on-one on each side of the battlefield. And I won't lie, Julius is probably the most strategic person I've seen yet in the show. I haven't seen one of her plans fail yet. And with that said, it worked. She lured them to a spot. Basically, both of the monks charged at him. And with that said, she let off a signal, which was fireworks. And they basically went through the fire. Of course, Hayato didn't get burnt because her power created like a little path between them, like a little a pathway to go through. And they basically went at each other person, and like cut their little badges. Nobody seen that coming, and I see why it worked so well. It's a good plan. So they ended up winning that match, and now they got like 3 more battles. Julius said, I believe. And at the end of the match, we see the monks congratulate them and congratulate Julius on her strategic, plan. Like that was a good plan, they said, but it won't work against their next opponents. And they said they're like the master of trickery and all of that. They don't show their weakness at all, and that's why they're telling them that, because they don't like them at all. And it's funny because they next match is twin girls, and they go to the same school. So it was just a whole bunch of situation because the twin girls showed up. Hayato and them was there. The monks was there, and they were just like going at each other, then saying sorry to Hayato and them because of the monks not giving them enough competition. It was just a lot, but towards the end of the episode, you know, Saya, I forgot Kieran, Saya and Kieran, they basically brung one of Julia's old friends from where she stayed to the tournament, and she came in the room, and it was just a girl with green hair, and she was like, "Princess," and then Jules was like, I forgot her name, but Jules called her name. And, they just shocked. So I was like, "Uh oh, what does this got to do with anything?" They like, okay. So also I mentioned a part in the beginning. It was this girl with purple hair, looked really like Ayato's sister. So I didn't know if that was her or not, but I didn't want to jump the gun. But she was like whooping the 1,000-man army, and I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, who is this? What is she doing? And then after that, she just like, all right, I'm watching, the Phoenix Festival tournament. She was like, that Yato boys is really special. She was like, this, like the last couple battles gonna be really good. So episode 1, I didn't know who that woman was. Like I said, it's either Ayato's sister or a bigger villain. Hope they do more explanation on that next episode, because I was like, who the hell is she? Second thing is, Julia's friend. Is she going to be a problem in this, anime? Because they did really throw her in throw her in this episode really quick. And it just makes me think, like, is she going to be a problem? Is somebody going to attack her and distract Julius, or is she's going to be like a double agent kind of person and turn on Julius and be sorry in the end? I don't know. Also, like, their next opponents is like 2 girls, and the monk said they're really trickery. They don't show their weakness. I'm really geeked up for that. But I will say this episode was great. It met my expectations of all. I didn't really have no complaints on this anime. Pretty dope. But just waiting for episode 2. With that said, YouTube, if you're watching this, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If not, please start on episode 1, the first season. But with that said, peace out.